I actually really like this move from WWE. Lola Vice is coming to Raw, and her main roster debut is being teased for September 14th in Mexico City. And honestly, I think WWE is doing the right thing by bringing her up. But now comes the part that has me a little worried. Can WWE actually book Lola Vice correctly? Because that's the real question. Calling somebody up from NXT is one thing. Actually making them feel important on the main roster is completely different. We've seen WWE get this wrong plenty of times. A wrestler can be killed and killing in NXT and having a great character, having a great presentation, having people talk about them. Then they get caught up to Raw or SmackDown, and suddenly they're barely on TV. They lose momentum. They start losing random matches. Then before you know it, fans are asking whatever happened. Now, I do not want that to happen on Lola Vice, because I think Lola Vice has something different. She doesn't feel like another random NXT call-up. She's got a completely different background. She is MMA experienced. She's got that combat sports style. She's got an attitude. She's got the looks, and she's got a character that can stand out. That is exactly what WWE needs, and that's why I think Raw is actually a really good place for her. The Raw's women division needs fresh faces, and Lola coming and gives WWE another wrestler who can bring something different to the division. Her NXT run already gave WWE plenty of work to work with. She became the NXT Women's Championship earlier this year in her finale NXT match game against Kendra Gray in the NXT Underground match on August 4th. So this isn't WWE randomly picking somebody and saying, okay, you're going to the main roster. Lola has already accomplished things in NXT. She already had a championship success. She's already developed her character. Now it's time to see if WWE can take that and make it work on the main roster. That's where I have questions, because what happens on September 14th? That's what I'm interested in. Does Lola just come out and have a random match? Does she cut a promo? Does somebody interrupt her? Does she immediately start a rivalry? Or does WWE actually have a plan for her? Because I don't want this to be one of those debuts where everybody gets excited for one night and then we don't see the wrestler again for 3 weeks. No, if you're bringing Lola Vice to Raw, use her, give her something meaningful, give her a rival, give her a story, let her actually wrestle, and most importantly, let her be Lola Vice. Don't completely change everything about her just because she's on the main roster. That's something WWE has done before. Somebody gets over in NXT because of their personality and their presentation, then they get caught up and suddenly everything changes. Their characters change. The presentation changes. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, where did the person I liked go? Don't do that to Lola. Her MMA background, her MMA background is one of the things that makes her stand out. Her attitude is part of what makes her interesting. Her style is different. Make it part of her presentation. And honestly, I think there are some really good opponents for her on Raw. You could have Lola Vice against Lyra Valkyria. You could have her against Roxanne Perez. You could have her against Sola Ruca. You could have her against Stephanie Valkyria. You could have her work with some of the more established women in the roster. And if WWE really wants to establish her, put her in the Women's Intercontinental Championship picture. I actually think that could be a great starting point. Imagine Lola Vice coming on to Raw and saying, I didn't come here to be another name on the roster. I came here to fight. Then you build her towards a championship match. Now she has something to chase. Now the audience has something to care about, and you don't have to put the championship on her immediately. That's another thing. I don't think Lola needs to win a title in the first month. Let her build herself up. Let her have some good matches. Let her have a couple of rivalries. Let the audience get familiar with her. Then when the time is right, you pull the trigger, because the worst thing WWE could do is rush her. But the second worst thing doing is absolutely none with her. That's what I'm scared of, because WWE has a lot of talent women right now, and then that's a good thing. But it also means you have to actually give these people television time. If Lola comes in and gets lost behind everybody else, what's the point? You called her up for a reason, so show us why. And I think Mexico City debut is actually a cool opportunity for her. Raw is going to be in Mexico City on September 14th at the Arena CDMX. That's already a big night. So WWE has a perfect opportunity to make Lola Vice arrival feel important. Don't just treat it like a don't just treat it like another segment. Make it feel like an event. Give her a strong video package. Give her a good entrance. Give her a great reaction. And then let her have a moment, because that's how you introduce somebody. You want people to watch at home to think, okay, who is this? And then after the show, you want them to search for Lola Vice. That's how you create an interest. That's how you build a new superstar. And I honestly think Lola Vice has the potential to become the biggest part of the WWE Women's Division. But potentially doesn't mean anything if you don't actually do something with it. WWE has to book her. That's the part I'm worried about, because we've seen wrestlers come in and go, can't come into WWE with tons of potential and then just disappear. And I don't want to see another situation like that. I want Lola Vice to actually have a chance. Give her consistent TV time. Give her meaningful matches. Let her personality come through. Let her talk. Let her wrestle. Let her lose sometimes. And if the story makes sense, but don't make her look like she doesn't belong, that's the difference. You can have a wrestler lose and still make them look strong. It's all about how you book them. And eventually I would love to see Lola in the championship picture. Whether that's the Women Intercontinental or eventually the Women's World Championship. I don't think she needs to get there immediately. But I want to see WWE build towards it. Because if you do this right, Lola Vice will become one of those wrestlers that people look forward to seeing every week. And that's the goal. You don't just want somebody who gets a big reaction when they debut. You want somebody who becomes a regular part of the show. You want fans to talk about them. You want people to want to see their next match. You want people to wonder what Lola Vice is. Yeah. And WWE has the opportunity to do this right now, so overall, I think WWE is making the right decision bringing Lola Vice to Raw. I actually like the move. I think she can bring some of the different women division. I think her MMA background gives her an identity. I think her NXT experience has prepared her for this, and I think she has a lot of potential. But Triple H and WWE creative, please don't mess this up. Don't bring up just having her sit in catering. Don't give her a random match every 3 weeks. Don't completely change her character. Don't kill her momentum. Give her something to do. Give her a reason to be on Raw, and let her show everybody else what she can do. Because if WWE gets this right, I think Lola Vice could be the problem on Raw. And I'm actually excited to see what happens on September 14th. Now I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited for Lola Vice coming to Raw? Do you think WWE is making the right decision? And more importantly, do you trust WWE to actually? Do you trust WWE to actually book her? Because that's the part I'm not completely convinced about. Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying WWE news, options, storylines, and predictions, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.